These two college students started a pressure washing business and scaled it from zero to over $430,000 in their first year in business. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down exactly how they did it. Everything from how they scaled so quickly while they were still in school, their winter migration strategy that made them over $50,000 in their slowest month of the year, how they differentiate themselves from companies that have been in business for 30 plus years, a complete breakdown of their marketing blueprint, and if you stick around to the end, they're even going to share with you their exact strategy to make $1 million in their business next year. These are the Wet Boys, and they're one of QuotIQ's first companies to become six-figure earners. These guys are absolutely crushing it, and in this new series, we're going to be sharing with you the success stories of QuotIQ's largest businesses, so that way you can copy that blueprint into your own business and have tremendous success. So if you're looking for a tool to level up your business, become more organized and professional, then you need to be using QuotIQ, the only CRM that actually listens to and celebrates its users. So if you guys are interested, be sure to check out the first link in the comment section and description. You can try any tier of QuotIQ right now for absolutely free, and maybe you will become the next six-figure earner. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, you guys, we're joined with Jackson and Jordan, our six-figure earners for QuotIQ. How's it going, guys? If you don't mind, could you introduce yourself first and tell us a little bit about your business?
Yep. How's it going? I'm Jackson.
What's up, guys? I'm Jordan.
And we're the owners of Wet Boys Power Washing.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we honestly we started this when we were still in college. I was in my freshman year. I went and got recruited to like a summer door-to-door internship selling pest control. And then Jordan ended up scanning one of my flyers and kind of rolling with me to the summer. I spent the summer in Greensboro knocking doors, doing sales. Learned a whole lot, and then decided to kind of get our own thing going when we finished our summer. Came back home to West Virginia, and we were ready to keep hustling. So we went through, I believe we started August, yeah?
August 16th of 2023. Yep.
2023, yeah.
2
So
years ago.
I think we did, between then and December 31st, I think we did almost 20,000 in door-to-door sales and service revenue. And then 2024, we had our first full year, and that was 455,000. And then this year so far, I believe that we're at somewhere like 444,000. So we're a bit faster paced this year than we were last year. Trying to keep growing. Honestly, we've got a much larger team now. It started just Jordan and I. And yeah, we've got 2 bands. I think we got a team of 7 guys, yeah.
You guys are crushing it, dude. So to go from 20K, just the first little time that you guys were operating, to doing 455,000 your first year, bro, like, how did you guys do 400K your first year? Like, a lot of guys struggle to even do close to 200. Was door knocking a big part of that? Was building a team a part of that? What did it look like?
So door knocking is like ultimately our niche. Honestly, with skilled like professional sales, it's not just about knocking the doors. It's really like actually knowing how to knock doors, being practiced. In general, you just kind of got to go for it too. We were out there. We work. Everybody on the team gets at least 40 hours basically a week. Jordan and I often work much beyond that. But we just hustle even through the winter time. So like up here in our market specifically, West Virginia is great during the summer and the fall too. We actually did one of our biggest months in October last year. We did 93,000, and then in May this year we did 100,000. So that was our first $100,000 month. But during the wintertime, we actually go down to North Carolina. We're registered as like a foreign entity down there. So we go down there. We do a lot of work. We do some commercial properties, lots of residential as well. Wilmington, we came down there this past winter, and they got their first snow in over a decade, and we still hit 50,000 while we were in Wilmington for 30 days. So, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, bro. So if you could, just so we could be really clear, what's the home base for you guys, and when do you guys travel out?
So our home base is located in Fairmont, West Virginia. We operate in West Virginia basically all months of the year. We only take 30 days to go down to Wilmington. So that's generally like January 12th to February 12th. But up here in Fairmont, we roll all the way to Cheat Lake, which is out towards like Maryland and the border of Pennsylvania, and then all the way down to Clarksburg, Bridgeport, sometimes a little farther. So we cover a big ground. Generally, we do a lot of folks in Morgantown, a lot of folks in Bridgeport as well. they keep us super busy. I think we did some 300 plus folks down there from October to November and December last year.
So what kind of started this whole travel strategy? Is it more so like going wherever the money is? Once you guys kind of tap an area, we kind of just migrate down, or?
Go ahead.
So basically, how we finished out year one, we weren't sure whether, I mean, we were still college students. We weren't sure whether if we wanted to either stay up here and do something else, maybe do something online. We found ourselves like being pretty committed to whatever the idea was that we were going to stick to it. So we were like, well, we could just go down North Carolina, check it out down there for the year. Needless to say, really just perseverance throughout the winter was really, really tough the first year, especially juggling school on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, ultimately, it's about staying or trying to be staying committed to whatever your goals are
Mm-hmm.
and just be ambitious every day, man. Because I mean, life's just gonna keep going on, and I mean, it can only get so hard. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you could do power washing in the winter, then I mean, what else? What else couldn't you do?
Yeah, throughout the winter, it was really like something else we kind of thought about was the fact that almost everybody, actually every other company here in West Virginia, operates off call-in sales and word of mouth through referrals from prior business. So they have relatively slower growth. The guys around us, the top guy I would say is been in the game 35 plus years. The other fellow who's close second has been in it 10 plus. And Jordan and I were still under 2 years. And I'd say we're doing a lot more power washing volume since I believe the other companies around here aren't really staying busy off power washing during the winter. Since they rely strictly on call ins, they're mainly getting call in business and even referral business during the on months like summer, spring, and fall. But then I think once winter or late fall hits, they start to transition into other things. Because up here we have the leaves change. So people do a lot of gutter clean outs, window cleaning, all that kind of stuff during the wintertime to stay busy. But we stay completely on par with just power washing. It's just power washing. That's all we do. So we've been able to, like Jordan said, specialize in that. And yeah, I think that's just a big part of it.
Excellent, man. Yeah, so I want to go back a little bit to how you guys started this business. So before you got started, did you do any research before you got started? What did that look like? And you'd mentioned that there's some bigger companies in your area. How did you guys kind of gain a competitive advantage over those companies?
I mean, ultimately, man, I personally feel like we kind of just full sent it. Uh, I got his mom's power washer from the basement back in the day, man, and I had a beat up Jeep, so we just we took her out and we just started doing small driveways. We didn't care how long it took us. We were just stoked to be making like $15 an hour. Thought it was a good day, and then we liked that. We got better at it, invested in the equipment, invested in our knowledge. Definitely did a lot of research, lost a lot of sleep, learning about stuff like that.
Say later in, yeah.
I mean, we definitely use a lot of different chemicals as far as it goes if we need to. Um, Typically, we're just the cleaning guys, though. I mean, we started doing those driveways, and then we started doing research about soft washing and power washing and how different surfaces apply different amounts of pressure, and really just making sure the equipment's safe and maintained. Because up here, I mean, if it breaks, there's not much around here that's gonna fix it besides yourself.
If you guys don't want to struggle with everything that the Wet Boys went through whenever they first started their business with regards to learning how to actually run this business, then you need to check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the second link in the comment section and the description. In that course, we go over everything you need to know from which chemicals to use, how to mix them, how to clean every surface on a residential and commercial property. We go over property protection, how to set up and break down your equipment, as well as what equipment you're going to need in order to get the job done correctly. So don't struggle. Check out the course. It'll be the second link in the comment section description, and we'll see you on the inside.
Yeah, I would say so the research part of it, I'd say like he said, we really just kind of full sent it. Like we were still at our internship when we actually like I remember sitting on like a sheets bench during the day during my lunch break filling out the LLC and like that's kind of we just really did it. We just kind of committed to it like we talked about it. We were like, well, this is just I think this is what we're gonna need to do after we get home. We can send this. Sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. And then we just kind of jumped. Yeah, I mean, really, we just kind of
Kept jumping, bro. That's
yeah, and
really
then, I mean,
it.
obviously, like he said, research came after. It's kind of like go first and then kind of get into it afterwards. Just kind of do it and then learn. Ultimately, a lot of it is just learning by mistakes. I mean, you'll be on a job site, O-ring blows, you don't even know what that is or why it's spraying water. Now you got to fix that. I mean, it's like there's a million problems. They come at their own pace. Every day is a learning experience too. So that plus research and just really the science behind power washing. It's not just about, you can buy a wrench, but you aren't a plumber, right? So you got to really know what you're doing for power washing, especially. It does get very deep with the expertise, but yeah.
There's different things that go on.
Yeah.
Every property is different. It needs true expertise sometimes if no one else can figure it out.
I like that, bro. I like that go first mentality and then kind of like learn second, because that was kind of how I did everything as well. And because a lot of people get stuck in that whole research phase, that's why I was curious. So if you guys were to say what your competitive advantages are over the companies that have been in your area for, 35 years, what would you say that those are?
The sales, 100%. That and also just really great customer service. Like there is not like we've done almost 1,500 folks full swing, and like there's literally I think there's one lady we haven't been able to make it right with her, and she was honestly just a little bit crazy. But you can't work for that many people and not have one bad apple. But everybody we talk to, I mean, we've even got repeat customers that we've had multiple times for multiple properties. That have been done very recently. We've got folks who want cleaned even sometimes multiple times a year. I mean, we've got folks who have returned to us because they know that we're going to come out and do a good job and that everything's going to be made right. Like these folks know that when I come out, the home is going to look exactly how they want it to look. And if it's not to their expectation, it's going to be fixed 100%. And that's just something we pride ourselves on. It's good work, and everybody knows they can trust the results of it too.
It's important, bro. Absolutely. And I kind of want to dig into the growing pains, right? You guys started off, it probably was just you guys washing, just you guys knocking doors, but you were able to do 400K that first year. When did you guys get to the point where it's like, hey, we need to bring on some help? And what did that look like?
I mean, honestly, we knew
really
we needed help immediately. Like as soon as we tested the business model, we got back from the internship. We went out. It's like the end of the year, basically. It's not really even power washing season, and we went out.
First couple months, we had somebody just helping us with drop.
Yeah, we had a couple folks who were out there actually, earning and coming washing with us. Because we knew that Jordan and I, as the experts in the sales, we are, of course, experts in power washing too, but I was an expert in sales before I was an expert in power washing. So, like, that was really the skill set that we couldn't find anybody to fill. So Jordan and I knew we had to fill the position of the sales. And then we knew that the sales take a lot less time to do than the wash does. The wash may take 3 to 4 hours, but the sales could take like 20 minutes per sale. And so you can really get a lot more production if you're dedicating your time differently. We knew we needed people out there. It wasn't that we found anybody good until I think somewhere in July, and he's still with us today. Brandon, he's been with us for a very long time, and he does a great job. All the guys do a great job.
We have like 3 service professionals right now, just actively washing.
It's
6 or 7.
They split. We've got 3 folks each day of the week, but they split. And they're all getting a ton of hours. These guys, they work their butts off, man.
That's beautiful, man. Okay, excellent. What was your sales experience like before you guys started this company?
Rough, man.
Oh yeah,
Super rough.
Honestly,
man.
I can't lie. I would totally go back for zero money just for the experience.
I would do it, but it would humble me a lot more than what it.
Like I would totally recommend anybody who doesn't have sales experience, go get sales experience. Do a door-to-door summer. It does not matter if you can live.
You could do it
without if you can go out and just commit to it, go all summer. Really give it your all, even if you're not doing well. Like that will really change your life. It'll change. Like even
everything.
It'll change all of your communication skills, the culture. You'll meet people you'll meet like-minded individuals who are all growth and success driven. Like, I would definitely recommend it. It's like super hard. I mean, it's literally one of the hardest things
jobs you could have.
Yeah,
definitely one of the hardest jobs you could have.
Especially, I think I was knocking doors when I was 18 still. No, I turned 19 while I was at At the internship, yeah. And on my 19th birthday, I had a gun pointed at me at the door after I just made a sale. That stuff will honestly like give you really great experience. Um, but yeah, no, I definitely would recommend that.
It's a fever dream of a job too.
Yeah.
Nothing, you'll never have a job like that if that's your job.
Door-to-door sales, man.
Dude, beautiful. The funny thing is the first six-figure earner guy, Ziad, I told you guys about him, but he actually had his base was selling Vivint door to door. So he's got a base in door to door sales. You guys have a base in door to door sales, and you guys are the two biggest businesses that are currently using QuoteIQ. So that's super
Wow.
cool. So it seems like that sales experience really plays into a lot of your guys' success. Now, I do want to ask you this. What percentage of selling and what percentage of washing are you both currently doing within the business? Or is your role kind of just more managing everything?
So I would say it's a good mix of all of it. I mean, I washed like 2 or 3 properties last week. Week before that, I washed probably about the same.
Got a couple washes in.
And
We're not
then,
above it.
yeah,
We like
no,
it,
not at all. I love power washing. I really like, honestly, it's kind of zen. I think everybody can say that, but it really is. And I really like giving the results to like part of the reason I started a company, like a power washing company, was because at the internship I was at, I did not love that I was putting my name on a service and calling it 5-star and like selling a service. And then the service didn't really follow through like I wanted to. Like I might follow up with a customer, they're still seeing ants or something like that. And so that kind of bothered me. I was like, I'm putting my name on a service that I can't guarantee the quality of. But now I
just want
can.
instantaneous
So
results.
I can give, yeah, just like he said, instantaneous results to anybody, and honestly, knowing that they're going to love it because I know the results I'm going to give them, right? But then selling too. I mean, Jordan and I, we do definitely more sales than service nowadays, um, and then we also do plenty of managing too. I mean, honestly, it was hard to find a minute because we're over here just working on stuff, but um, yeah, I mean, the sales it comes into play. Right now, we've got one sales guy, and so he fills up a couple days of the week, and then Jordan and I we fill up the rest.
Excellent, man. So the reason why I wanted to ask that question was specifically because a lot of people have a hard time letting go of the work because they don't have like the final say so, or they don't like they're not the ones doing it, so they can't guarantee it. So that was the biggest thing I wanted to ask you guys was how did you kind of let go of that and allow your employees to do their job? You know what I mean, and feel good about the results.
Training them and making sure that they understand kind of the some of the intricacies or like whatever, and then also preparing them for it, like making sure they're well equipped, making
Make
sure
they have a
they
quote IQ
understand.
checklist that works
Yeah,
very thoroughly.
yeah, the pre-inspection.
The pre-inspection form is vital as
Yeah,
far as it goes before you touch like a property.
yeah,
I
that's a
took the
huge
time out of
thing.
my day. I have like a big stack of service professional training logbooks that can assist in like recognizing stains or as far as it goes, what should and shouldn't react with something and what it kind of looks like if you do.
Teaching everybody, um, kind of showing them the process and explaining everything, and then also doing it just like, hey, this is how I wash a house, this is how you water vegetation and make sure you don't burn plants, this is how you introduce yourself to the customer and say your name and you show them the ticket and all that good stuff. So really just kind of honing that in, super important.
Beautiful, man. I love how you said that you use the 28-point inspection form. It's awesome. It, helps mitigate those liabilities. At what point when you guys started this business, did you guys start using Quote IQ or start using a software to kind of keep track of things?
From the start,
From
I
the very
found
start,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
From the very start, Jackson showed me the app. I was like, okay, so like what? This app just like puts the people's name in the system, helps map it on there. You just tap it. It's really just like that easy. And there's a whole system in it. How do I do the payments? Yeah, there's a whole system in it. I was like, okay. And I mean, there was other competitors. We looked at other things, but
Yeah,
nothing was as simple as Quote IQ as far as we
we
knew.
really just landed on it pretty quickly.
So, yeah, how important is it for you guys to know your numbers then? I mean, obviously, that's why I asked you how quickly you guys got into Quote IQ or started using the software because, how many decisions are you guys making based off of those numbers from your business?
Honestly, I feel like we do a bad job tracking like some of those like intricate things in there. We do look at who makes up
Stats.
like the sales percentage, like under the I believe there's a section when you're making a quote. You
Under
can
the
set,
referral section.
yeah, you can set like who's making the sale basically. And that kind of gives us some good stats. Like I can see who's made up total percentage for the month or whatever. Really, I think the monthly and the yearly stats are super important. And then also just having those like
being able to break those
official
numbers
invoices.
down.
I mean, it's really like,
Yeah,
yeah, having official invoices that come through and they're very professional and
yeah, they're pretty
yeah,
clean.
they are pretty clean. Yeah, and I think that really helps not only just tracking because I mean it'd be impossible. 1,500 plus customers on paper just doesn't work. It just doesn't. That's just not. It's ludicrous. So you do at some point, especially maybe you could start off get your first 50 customers or whatever pen and paper, but that's just not gonna last. You got to find something that's gonna actually track and you can keep track of. Because I could go back and call you know, whatever, the $100,000 of quotes that never got accepted that were potential customers that we knocked, but they didn't actually end up accepting. So I could go through and call all those
And
folks.
it's nice because
Super
the
easily
whole team can
categorize.
access it too.
Mhm.
Like the whole team can act like right now, if they want to see what's on route for tomorrow, every person on the team, and if they're working or working, not working, can see what's going on the route.
Mhm.
It's really just about trusting them with the software. And if they figure something out, like, let me know because they might be learning and I just kind of familiarize them with the software.
From the marketing perspective, has your guys' strategy evolved? It sounds like door to door made up that first year for the most part. Are you guys getting business in other ways now?
So we are strictly door-to-door sales and word of mouth. We
Well,
don't
we get
run ads.
call-ins.
We
We don't
yeah,
run
but they're
ads, though.
from door to door though.
Yeah.
We get call-ins.
All word of mouth, basically.
Yeah, and then really we get folks that call us from Google nowadays just because we're so heavily rated. Like I think if you look up power washing, we're like the second top rated in our half of state. We got 235 plus 5 stars on Google. And yeah, honestly, other than that, that's pretty much it. We literally knock doors, and then people who have heard of us through the door knocking or they've had us before call us, and then sometimes folks who are either referred or
And they'll like
just looking us up, they find us.
they'll like have us out to do the restaurants, or maybe we'll do like some type of commercial property they have or some type of building. Every individual that you meet, I mean, it's truly unique.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess we got the yard signs too. We throw these in every customer's yard. So after we finish the service, it's just a basic yard sign with our logo. Really, it helps with the sales too because then you can walk down the street and hey, how's it going? I'm Jackson. I'm the owner of Wet Boys Power Washing. You might see my sign down here at, whoever's house. We've just been working there and with a couple other neighbors. And while we're here, it's super cheap. Um, but yeah, I think that's literally it.
So if I'm new to business and I'm like, hey, Jackson, Jordan, I want to go from 0 to 400K first year, what's my blueprint?
You gotta want it.
Yeah, your blueprint is
You better get a car. You better have a car. And like, it doesn't matter if you're doing like pest control, power washing, window cleaning, stump tree removal, fiber optics. I mean, dude, you can
I
do
think he's talking power washing.
well, anything in general. Um, I mean, you better have the equipment or the ability to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be promising people the wrong thing. Like, you're going to give them empty promises.
I would say 0 to 400K. Most important thing is
Have a great service to follow through. If you can't trust the guys behind you that are doing the service, then you better, I mean, you got to get it with your blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Like, if you're able to control the quality and ensure a good service, then do so. And homeowners do realize the value of what it is. And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's really how I see it.
I would say 0 to 400K. It's very important to really commit to it. I mean, you can't go out and do almost 500,000 in your first year of business if you're not out there. And
So,
that doesn't mean like, getting out there at 12 or, waking up a little late or going home a little early. Like you got to be out there. You're not going to get there. I would also say the skill set is a big deal. Having an actual transferable skill, being trained in sales is huge, but being trained in sales even is not going to get you anywhere if you're not out there working, right? Like, um, and then yeah, like Jordan said, the service is huge. You can't have good business. I tell customers you can't have good business without happy customers. It's true. um, and yeah, I think 0 to 400K, you just gotta really be willing to fail a lot and try again. Like, be willing to
a
wake
lot.
up and tell yourself
I'm done.
that today
No, you're not done.
I'm gonna fail
Yeah.
several times. Today, several things are gonna go wrong, and I'm
it's
going to be the
happen.
only one who's liable and who has to fix it and who has to like figure out the problem,
I was
has
here
to solve
first,
the
I was here
equation.
last. Don't
Yeah.
matter.
First in, last out. Yeah, you got to be willing to go out and fail and then learn from that and then build off of that and then fail again and then do the same thing again. And you got to do that every day and it doesn't stop. Problems just get different and there's always going to be something new to solve. And that's part of why I love it too. I like having that like constant, got to figure something out, some kind of problem to solve. It just keeps me busy. But yeah, that's a huge deal.
Excellent, man. So, did you guys set any goals before your one, or did you just kind of go out there and you guys ended up doing some crazy numbers like that?
I wish I had the poster in
Dude, we had huge goals, bro.
We had the
We
goal
had a
of
goal
hitting
of
100,000
Yeah.
in
Like
our
our
first
first
year. Yeah, we
went
want to hit
100K
100,000 in our
year.
first year, and then we got to June and we were already at 115, and I was like, oh, okay, that
Right.
works.
So it was like a Michael Jordan signature or something.
Oh yeah, we had this
signed
poster.
off under it.
Yeah, we wrote on the
We
poster
definitely,
100K,
we
and then
definitely
signed it
always
when we
had
hit it.
goals. We're
Yeah.
very number oriented.
Mhm.
Like, we had goals even when we went down to the beach our first winter.
Yeah.
On some loan money or whatever.
Yeah, we wanted to hit 30,000, right?
I think it was 25.
I think we wanted a stretch goal of 30,000. I think we
won
hit
a
like
lot.
15,000.
We won a lot, and we went down there. We had fun. We met an amazing pump mechanic. Our van broke down. Our employee did not want to work.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a total nightmare, man,
Yeah.
and it was super far fetched. But it really wasn't. It was
Yeah.
within a grasp, and everything really happens for a reason as far as it goes. If you just keep trying in the right way.
I want to kind of build off that. So, like when he said we went down to North Carolina, and it was far fetched. That's exactly right. But I think that's what proved to us, at least, like okay, so it doesn't just work in West Virginia. It doesn't just work under these circumstances. I can travel to a different state
In the winter.
And
That's-
out of nowhere, like nobody knows who I am or where I'm from. But we can still go down there and do 15,000 in 30 days as a startup company with a residential power washer. So it's like, I don't know. It just kind of proved the point.
And
Like,
we were still in college
and
too.
we-
Like
yeah,
I was getting back up
on-
to these
on
16-hour work
online
weeks
classes.
and having to cram my assignments.
man, I was done with that. I didn't finish.
Super rough.
I dropped out when I was in my second semester of sophomore year because after we started this, we were going out. I mean, it was like we'd have class. His class was done at 4:30. He would come meet at my apartment. We'd have a
Straight
quick
to it.
business meeting. We'd get straight in the Jeep, roll out with the residential power washer, and we'd hit a neighborhood
Find
at.
the 30th.
We'd hit a neighborhood at like
30th
6
smallest
o'clock.
driveway I could.
Yeah, go find a
That's all the
driveway that
time
didn't have
it
no
was.
low spots or nothing we couldn't handle. And I mean, literally, we never even touched a power wash before, like at our first days. And we knocked these doors, got some sales off the cold knocks, and just built from there, literally.
Nice, bro. So, what was the goal for year two? And do you guys got it written up anywhere, or?
It's in the other office, but
We
we wanted to hit a
a
million.
lot.
Yeah, but
We're
this
not
year,
on track.
We're not on track for that. Well, we are definitely going to
we
break.
used
We're
to be.
actually like days away from breaking
We
last
used to
year,
be.
and we've still got several months of the year here. So we're still going to hit a high amount. I'm thinking we're probably going to bat like 650 to 700,000 this year. So we'll be off by like 300K, but that's still huge. I mean, second year that we're rapidly approaching $1 million service since we started, and we still are under 2 years. I think we're only maybe 40,000 or less shy. So maybe here in a month or so, we'll have been $1 million company at this point.
Mind
But
you,
yeah,
that didn't like happen overnight by
No.
any means. It really didn't. Like, yeah, we still have a lot more to work to do this year,
Mhm.
but like technically, I'd like to consider us not even halfway there because
yeah,
like right now, Monday through Friday, there's about 60 working days left in the year until December 1st, and that's when we're calling it for the year. We're just
Likely.
gonna enjoy time with our families, and then we'll all
Hit North
regroup at the
Carolina.
beach in North Carolina.
Dude, that's awesome. How important is that, man, for you guys to kind of have a cutoff date and then say we're gonna enjoy time with family after that? Because some people can't cut it off, bro. It's like all or nothing all the time, and it's like, for what, you know?
So yeah, honestly, this year would be the first time we've done that because basically the first year when Jordan and I was just us, we were out there in the snow, in the cold, in the sleet,
30
rain, in the
degrees.
dark because we
Literally 30
weren't knocking
degrees.
doors until like 6:30 at night, and then I mean it was getting dark
So
in the
much
fall
work.
at like 7, so we'd literally get a sale in like 30 minutes to an hour, and then start servicing it on the spot with the stuff out the Jeep, and we were working with headlamps till like
Not
later in
good.
the night. Yeah, cleaning these driveways in the cold. And yeah, then the second year, realistically, Jordan wanted to keep the team fed because we had some newer employees on the team, and we really wanted everybody to not have such a longer time off. So we kept going out, even though our sales guys stopped going out. It was just Jordan and I.
Were you guys able to do all of this money just with pressure washing, or were you guys offering any other services as well?
Yeah, so it's strictly power washing. That's it.
Dude, that's crazy. Have you guys thought about like adding any additional services, or is it like, hey, like we got enough here with just this? You know what I mean?
Well, we
It's all
tried to
power
add in.
washing services.
We tried to add in like a gutter interior clean out, specialty services, and
We
like
tried a couple things, but we
it
just
really just didn't work
doesn't
out.
stick.
It doesn't
Nah,
stick.
we can do more. It's more worth it to just do the power washing because it's what we're good at. I mean, it's like why overcomplicate it, right? I mean, we have looked at like obviously the restoration services we were talking about, like the oxidation removal and all that good stuff, like degreasing, all that.
It's hard. I can't perfect it.
I mean, for oxidation removal, it does get really tricky.
Sometimes.
Some other things we have offered and we have done, like we're going to be doing oxidation removal on some siding and some gutters, like literally next week. But that stuff's really still not a very large percentage of the revenue. It's very, very minuscule. 99% of it is just straight up door-to-door sales and just straight up cleaning the home regularly.
And straight up brute force, man. Straight up.
Dude, knocking down doors, dude, just fucking banging your way in there, huh,
This is
bro?
the guy. You don't want this guy on your door.
Hey, man, it's just people helping people, man.
This dude's aggressive with it, dude. I like it. That's how you got to. Hey, if you want something, bro, you got to take it. That's what I'm hearing right now. So,
dude, I'm gonna go right now after we leave here. I'm gonna get 2. I promise.
oh, get two like 2 sales? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna get 3. Make that 3. 2 cold knocks and 1 call in. I gotta go quote.
What time is it?
Dude, that's heavy. Okay, we'll wrap it right after this question, guys, because I know you have a lot going on. What do we do to get to what do we do to get to $1 million? What piece are we missing?
What do you mean, like $1 million all time or $1 million in the year?
$1 million in a year. Like I know that was the goal this year. So if you're reflecting on it, are you like, hey, I know we need to be putting in these pieces to get there?
Yeah, I think realistically we need to find some folks we can transfer the sales skill to. Right now it's literally just Jordan and I and then one other sales guy. And really we need to do more sales volume. The service isn't the problem. We can always service the jobs. But really we need some more people out here selling. And then I think we can really build something. We got some stuff in the works though, so soon come.
Bro, straight up, it's our team. It's the culture, bro. We just gotta like next year the culture is gonna be like spot on. Like everybody knows what to expect as far as a Wet Boys year looks like next year starting out, especially with like we needed more hands ultimately this year as well. But hands and culture, I would say.
Dude, how did we pick the name Wet Boys, bro? What was like, dude, Wet Boys is the name, dude?
So we had it like when we were still in Greensboro, because we were setting everything up behind the scenes when we were still in Greensboro for our summer. We were with our guys. We were on our little door-to-door segwaying the trail at night after a day, 12-hour day probably, and knocking doors. And we were out there just having fun, and Jordan and I were kind of talking to everybody about it. We were like asking their opinion on the name. I think we had it down to like 3 things: J&J, Wet Boys, and something else. And our boys were like, "Go with Wet Boys. That's funny." And then we did. It's stuck. I also think it's really memorable too. I mean, people remember that. They see the sign and they laugh. It makes them remember it.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
right, bro.
Now you just got to get it on the plaque, man. Now you just got to get it on the plaque.
Damn,
hey, we're coming for that 7-figure plaque too.
Coming for the 7-figure plaque. Wet Boys on the chain, boys.
Dude, I was talking to Mike. I think we're gonna do something. We're either gonna do a larger plaque or we're gonna do something cooler for the 7-figure one. So I really can't wait for you guys to get it, bro.
Hey, whoever gets it first, man, earns it.
We're rushing.
If you guys could give any advice to the Wet Boys on day one when they were starting their business, what would you say now after all the success you guys have had?
Oh, so you're saying if I had to talk to myself,
bro, you better actually. I don't know. I'd tell him to go harder, bro. I'd have to tell him to go harder, even though it was going as hard as he could. And then
probably have to tell myself like the solution to a couple problems that really trouble
Definitely give myself some good pointers.
I don't know exactly what it would be. I'm trying to narrow down like a couple things. Maybe I'd just point myself in the right direction of like how to wash properly the first time, because that all came from just straight up experience, man. We don't have anybody around here who's really able to mentor that. And we literally had to just, like, the sales was not a problem. First day, the first person Jordan talked to, it was altogether the Wet Boys' second decision maker that we had spoken to as a company. We didn't even have logos on our shirts or nothing. We showed up, knocked these doors, got a sale, and pulled the power washer out the back and didn't even know how to hook it up. I mean, the
sky was the limit at that point. I mean,
we had to just learn that.
It still is, though. It still is. And I don't know, man. If I had to even speak to myself where I am today, a year from now, I would say, dude, just keep showing up to work. Everybody's got a job. Your job can only get so hard. Sometimes you got to be the guy that puts out fires. Sometimes you got to be the bad guy. Sometimes you always get to be the good guy too. Yeah. There's a yang to it, man, and really it's just like, regardless, there's a lot of properties to clean out here.
Yeah, I would tell myself, I think all in all, just honestly learn, always be willing to learn, and honestly always be actively trying to find the next best move. Like, if you had to, there's this book called Your Next 5 Moves, Patrick Bet-David, good book, but he kind of talks about it there. That's something that's really critical to owning a business, especially. It's like you might not even see it's there. Oftentimes I think to myself, I'm trying to solve problems that haven't necessarily arise yet. Like, I'm trying to think a couple steps ahead, what the business needs in the future. That way we can kind of move in that direction, even though there's nothing necessarily behind you propelling you that way. It's just kind of intuition, trying to really narrow down what the next best thing to do is, and then just taking those actions. I think that's a really big thing that's
following through
really
on
important.
them. Yeah. They call me the executor.
The executor.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Dude, there's one last thing that I did not ask you guys. You guys started with a residential washer. When did you upgrade, and what is your setup currently?
Oh, that's a great story.
So, needless to say, we bought a Craftsman from Lowe's right after we broke our first one. So this was our second one.
You gotta let them know. We blew the first one up in a customer's driveway, and it blew up. It was because there was in the water intake, the filter was in the wrong direction, and it filled with debris from the water hose, and it burned the pump, and it caused it to basically blow up. So then we had to basically hey man, really sorry, I'm gonna be back in 30 minutes with a new power washer. We went and dumped the rest of our life savings into a Craftsman from Lowe's. Came back, finished the job, guy was happy, and then we
took off down to North Carolina. Now by this time, a couple months have went by. The wheels on this power washer are falling off, man. There. The switch on it don't even work at all.
Yeah, we're hot wiring.
We were hot wiring it to turn off and on. And we were like, we need a new one, so we take it into.
We had to get the warranty.
We meet a pump mechanic.
Yeah, we called the warranty.
They sent us over to our pump mechanic now. And shout out Dave. But anyways, we went out that direction, and he was like, "What are you guys doing down here? Power wash in the winter from 10 hours away. What are you doing?"
We were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing all these house washes.
We got to
get these wheels fixed." This guy hand builds these engines, motors, these 5.5 gallon per minute, 4.5 gallon per minute units. He's done it for 35, 40 years plus. And he sees these two young guys strolling in here with a broken wheel on a Craftsman talking about we got 3 jobs to do today, and we're just wheels keep falling off the washer, man.
So he was nice enough. He fixed it up for us, sent us on our way. And then he told us to save up for one of these. So we did. Saved up for him and reinvested while we full sent it down into North Carolina. So we doubled down twice. And we came back pretty all right.
Yep.